Hello, viewers of the National TV. Welcome again to English Club on TV program. Today we have a debate. Two opposing groups make a discussion under the topic, can dowry be abolished or not? As you know, for some, dowry is taken as a price, but for others, it can be a gift given to parents. Let me give you a chance to follow this debate. I invite the facilitator to lead the debate.
Thanks for the opportunity. My name is Nimhai DJ. I'm a student at International University of Equator. I'm doing business. Today, we're going to discuss on a topic of dowry, whether it's meaningful, essential, or whether we should abolish it, and the place it really has in our society today. So the topic goes as follows. Should dowry be maintained in Burundi? And we are going to hear more and much about that topic from our wonderful invited 4 guests. But before we go deep into the topic, I would like to start by inviting the guests to present themselves. Sir, how are you?
Hello to everybody.
Hello.
My name is Jeremy Hirandekura. I am a student at International University of Equator. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. My name is Aline Daishimiye. I do love debate. That is why I'm here. Yeah.
Well, wonderful. Welcome, Aline.
Thank you.
Good to have you here. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. My name is Esperance Amani. I'm a student at Burundi International University.
Good. Welcome, Mr.
Thank you.
My name is Kongolo, Brave, but they call me Brighton. I'm a student at the National University of Equator. I'm also the president of the movement Congo and Sumi.
So, the topic is on dowry, as you heard before. But before we start, I'm going to tell you the sides. This side is going to be proposing, and this side is going to be opposing. So the proposing side is going to start and answer give their points and clarification on the topic. The topic is, should dowry be maintained in Burundi? And you say, yes, it should be maintained. So, Mr. Jeremy, why? What's your points on that?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So what you need to understand is that a dowry is not a price. It is a gift given by a bride to the family of the groom. It is not a price. You need to understand this. I want to make the children of God understand that dowry is not a price. Because we don't pay taxes, there is not a price that is known by the government for dowry. It is a gift in order to thank the family of the girl whom you are going to marry. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Jeremy. Yeah.
Thank you. To add something.
Yeah.
Okay. Dowry is misunderstood by people who think it's a payment. It is not a payment. Dowry is an appreciation. Just pay it as just a sign of appreciation. It's not a payment. Because if you say many people are saying it's a business, but if it's a business, do you pay tax? Is there any selling price? So you need to know all of those things. So dowry should be maintained in Burundi.
Yeah.
That's my idea.
Okay. Thank you for your points. Now, let's hear the opposing side. So you heard their points. They say that dowry should be maintained in our country, and you oppose that. So what are your points on that subject? Yeah.
Thank you very much. So first, before going to what I'm thinking about dowry, he said that it's like an appreciation that you give to girl's family. Why can't you appreciate the boy's family? They're both children.
You would have to answer, maybe.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and what really dislike here in Burundi is like when a boy wants to marry, it's like they fix a price. For example, I can love a lady, and when he goes for asking how much he can give for a dowry, say 10,000 million. Say what? Is it a good at the market that you're selling, or is what? Which means that the family of a lady and the family of a boy should go together and support their kids, but not fix a price as if it's a good on the market.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you for your points, Amani.
First of all, I would like just to say this. You know, I've come to discover that, I mean, the proposers don't know the real meaning of dowry. You know, traditionally, bride, you've also said that dowry is not a price. So why do they call it bride price? Simply because it's a price.
Sure.
You know, traditionally, dowry or bride price, you know, was used or was taken as a token, okay, to the bride's parents. Was not right now, because nowadays, no, dowry has another image different from what it had before. Imagine people are bargaining, bargaining, like they are selling clothes, like they're selling cars. You know, a woman doesn't have a price. Not only a woman, even the man. You're talking about gifts. Why can they, I mean, give gifts to the man's family?
Sure.
Why not? But only to the ladies. So as far as I am concerned, I think that a man has no price. You can't buy a man. And when you're giving dowry, it's like you're selling. Okay? And I think that you understand me.
Okay, so that's your point. So now we've heard the very first points from everyone, and we're going to continue and hear more on this wonderful and exciting topic. So I'm going to give a chance to the proposing side to give more ideas on this matter. So what do you say, Mr. Jerry?
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Son of God, I see the problem that you have in your mind, and I'm going to heal you. I'm going to cure your problem that you have in your mind.
Okay, so you're going to tell me the wrong.
The problem that you have in your mind, you think that you can buy a person. The dowry is not a price. Because you cannot find the money to buy a person.
Sure.
That is not easy to buy a person. You need to understand that you cannot get the money to buy, for instance, you cannot buy this lady because, you know, her parents educated her. They taught you at school. Now you are doing university.
Let me tell you something.
So you can write down the money that they used to educate you.
Okay, I have a
So
question.
how many millions can you pay for her?
Let me tell you something. Do you think that if today I come with 100 and then I say that I want to take, I mean, your sister, I want to marry your sister, I bring it as a bride price. Do you think that your parents can accept? Sure or not?
Brighton?
They can't.
Brighton?
If I come with 100 Burundian francs, they can't accept. Simply because they know what.
Brighton?
Yes, I'm there. I'm there. Nowadays, things are changed. You know, dowry is like a price that it's like the money that you pay in order to buy that lady. Let me say it.
So like
Let me say
Okay,
it.
Brighton,
Yes.
Okay, I'm
okay.
from all sides. Is
And
there
then
any estimation price?
Okay.
I'm there. Let me say
Brighton.
something. Let me say something. And don't forget that, you know, dowry has more negative impact in the marriage. Let me say them. Okay, we have domestic violence which are made simply because of dowry. You know, yes, girls are being abused, and after that, if the girl, I mean, want to defend herself, his husband will say, "No,
I bought you.
You can go.
I'll pay the dowry."
You understand the
You
meaning
can't
of
go.
dowry.
If you want
It's
to go,
simply
There is
need to
law.
understand.
There is law. It
Yeah.
depends on.
Okay, what I'm just thinking of, Brighton, you are just talking about theory. Don't know practice. Are you married, Brighton?
No, but we
You are
learn,
not.
we
That's why
learn
you said
from
that they fix
others'
prices.
experience.
But if you say they fix prices, you are not married yet. That is the theory, what you hear about people saying. Then you are not sure. So let me tell you, the truth is there is no any fixed price. So if for you are just saying they have to fix price, they have to do this, then you are wrong. Just go in somebody's home and
Okay.
ask a daughter. You said if you have 100 bob, Burundian francs, then you will be given a daughter. You will. Because that one is not a price.
sure?
It's not- yes.
Are you
There
sure
is
of
no
that?
any
Are you
fixed
married?
price.
Okay, let me ask you something. If they're not selling,
There's
why
no-
do they bargain?
Let me tell you.
Why do they
If
bargain
exactly.
if they're not selling?
It depends how you understand that
Yeah.
word bargaining.
Okay.
What do you mean by bargaining?
Yeah.
Okay, let me
Just
say
a talk.
this.
They are discussing on the price.
And I have,
Discussing on the
the
price.
same
I have-
with
I have a
bargaining.
very simple
That's
question.
There are two
Okay. Okay.
different verbs.
Let's listen to the question
I
from
have
Mamani.
a very
Yeah.
simple question.
Yeah.
You are discussing and shouting about
price
dowry,
tag.
about
Yeah.
the price, about what? You know, when God created a man, he didn't
Good
say, he didn't.
example.
I mean, Adam didn't give anything to God to
God
be given
bless you.
Eve. Just love of two persons, which means that when you are in love and you really love each other, then what is important is parent to support you. Because, you know, as my friend said, you may be in a house, and don't say that because we are not, married. That's why we don't know that. But we know through people who live in a marriage. They say, you know, my husband used to debate me because of this and this. So why did he beat you? You know, because he said, you know, it's like he bought me. So
he doesn't understand the meaning
no,
of dowry.
Does not understand. That's the biggest problem that is happening in so many, families. And you cannot go to the court, take him to the court, and say, my husband beat me because he bought me. No, you cannot say that. So and when you go to your parent, you go back to your parents, they will tell you, but it's not what it should be.
How families are made.
So,
Yes.
Aman, I want to give you an answer. Thank you so much to give an example from the Bible. Now, I want to show the source of dowry in the Bible.
Okay.
The first one who gave the dowry in the Bible is Jacob.
Okay.
Thank you.
Jacob gave
Thank
the
you very
dowry
much for the
for
example.
Rebecca. The second one is who? Moses also.
Okay.
He gave dowry
And
for
from there-
his
Thank
wife.
you. My point,
You need to
let me say
understand
my
something.
point
the
is this. Today, this topic is based much more on the current situation in the year we are
Sure.
living in.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
let's not go too far in the past.
Okay.
So let's focus on today and look at the dowry
Yeah.
image in 2017 in the
Yes.
Burundian country.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Let
And
me say
also-
that I see your problem.
Yeah.
Your problem is that they began where they are asking the dowry. Maybe you have an idea. The idea you have is that the dowry should remain, but the way it is being done,
no,
you
no,
want
no,
to
no,
be
no,
too
no, no,
soon.
no,
Let me
no,
tell
no,
something.
no,
Let me tell
no,
something. Okay,
That's
is
what
marriage.
they want.
Okay,
Come
is
on.
marriage.
Oh, for
Is
sure.
marriage based on love or dowry?
Okay.
I'm there. Marriage is based on love.
Okay.
And if you try to search the real meaning of love, love comes from the Greek words agapao or aga, which simply mean the unconditional love.
Thank
you.
Okay, I'm still there. I'm still there. Where there is love, there is no norms. Where there is love, there is no rules.
Okay.
That's mean. No bride price,
Okay.
dowry. Those are norms.
It's a condition.
Brighton.
Yeah, it's a condition.
Brighton,
That
yeah.
means
Thank you
that
much.
when there's any condition, that means that over there's no real love.
Okay.
And when you're engaging yourself, there must be love. No love, no marriage. That means that, okay, when you are beginning, let me say it, or when you're paying it as an obligation, as a condition, in order to get, the lady. That simply means that there's no love. Because with love, there's no condition.
Thank you, Brighton. I want first to correct that the ways you are using
It gives your point.
bargaining. It's not all about bargaining. It's all about communication. Just discussing. The parents come together and they discuss. They communicate. They're not bargaining. Just coming together and then try to understand. And what I want to tell you, the current situation of dowry in Burundi,
Bujumbura, 2017.
2017.
How is it being done in our city?
how it's being done
Yeah.
is the dowry you pay according to your capacity. And then if you are a man who says that you will get a girl for free of
Is
charge,
it or what?
then you are
Or
among
that-
the
or that's
lesser.
what you
The
think?
capacity, that's all I
maybe that's
understand.
what
That's what
you
she.
I'm saying
That's what
according
you
to the
think.
capacity,
Listen,
yes.
let's hear from
that's what
her
I,
first.
Okay.
That's what I know. Is according to your capacity. If maybe you are a rich man, you give a good dowry. If and you are a poor man, you give just some little amount. But those things of saying you'll get a girl for free of charge, that one can't happen. So what you want to know that there is a price of, there's an appreciation of everything. There's no way, free things, they're always free things. You have to be charged, but not like high, no, according to your capacity. What I'm saying that the dowry should be maintained in Burundi.
Let me tell you.
Thank you for your point. Thank
yes.
you for your point.
If
you got something.
Yes, if dowry is an appreciation or a gift, why shouldn't it be given? To the man's family. That's my question, and I think that you should answer to it. And then I have another thing to say. I have a friend of mine. The guy was in love of a girl, and they want to get married, but they didn't. Because of what? The guy went to the lady's family, and he said, I want to marry your daughter. They told him, we ask you such amount of money. If you don't have it, you can get our daughter.
Don't tell me.
And yes, And simply because
Sorry.
the money didn't have as much as they asked him, then he decided just to quit off. Yes, imagine that situation.
And also, if
because
I
they don't
try,
understand
no, if I
the
try
meaning
to
of that
support
word. Just
him, it's
according to
like
capacity.
it's like there are some families that you may go and ask for a hand to the daughter and say, you know, my daughter studied university. So do you have this kind of this amount of money?
Is that the capacity?
Yes.
they are talking
And
about?
if I try to analyze why I can say that nowadays dowry is not needed, you know, in the former time they paid dowry because the ladies should, leave the house of their
parents.
the parents, and they come to live with
the family of
the family of
husband.
which means that they could have left everything there. And nowadays both boy and girl, they come together. Just they forget everything about their families. That's why it's not really necessary to pay dowry. Just the family of a lady and the family of a boy, they should go together and pay for wedding ceremonies for their daughter and son, and support them for a new life.
Okay, Aman, let me say this. You need to know this. I'm ashamed by you when you are saying that we need to get girls freely.
That was her point. Yeah, you give us
you are
yours.
studying. Imagine, you are studying now.
Yes.
Your parents are providing everything for
everything.
you. After your studies, there is a boy who is in love with you.
Okay.
And you decided to go freely, to get married
I have a
without leaving anything to your parents in order to thank them.
I'll leave.
Imagine.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think that the boy didn't study?
Okay.
Do you think that let me finish first. Do you think that the boy, doesn't have to leave something to their parents?
Yes, he has to.
Okay,
He
thank you,
has
Aman.
to.
Yeah.
He has to. Which means that the very important thing was just to support.
The new couple.
Yeah.
Yes, the
Thank
new
you,
couple
Aman.
and the new
Okay,
family.
give your point.
Aman, as you have said, you are using history, and I do love history much. As you have said, at the beginning, then the girl could leave her place, then to go to the boy's house or the boy's place. Even now, still the same, because for you, when you get married, that is, I'm like, I'm going to get married. You go the family of the boy, then you get married there. Does not mean that you come there and you meet in between. There's no in between, my friend. That is what they will tell you. Go you see? Then they have to. That's why even till now, you still have the instructions. Your parents give you instructions because for you have to leave your family and to go to belong to somebody else's family.
It's
One,
like,
then-
it's
one,
like
okay,
the boys'
But
take-
for
take
the
one,
boys,
this is
let me
like
tell
the
you
boys'
this.
one.
No, but
Okay,
for the
let me tell-
boys, it's like he has gotten a new member has come in the family.
family.
But for you
For
as
sure.
a girl,
You
know,
have
you
let
know-
go and
boy.
go
you know-
somebody's
No,
family.
even the boy,
Come on.
left. Leaves his
It's not
family.
the same,
He
man.
leaves
Come
his
on.
family for
Eh.
getting married to you. He's also the son-in-law
But
of your
he
parents.
But
he
what
stays
I
near
like-
the family.
No,
the
what's
boy
a-
is
No,
staying near the
Okay,
family.
for
Of course.
example, for example, the lady live in Kanyosha, and the boy, the parents of the lady live in Kanyosha. The parents of the lady live in Kibenga. Then, when you get married, you live in Kamenge. Do you think that the boy doesn't want to go to their parents or what? Which
Thank
means
you,
that
man.
each and everyone, left the family to be engaged to another family.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Are you a Burundian? A simple question.
Absolutely,
You
yes.
are a Burundian. Okay, you still live with your parents, I think. Can
Yep.
you get a boy and take your boyfriend or your man that you want to marry and take him to your house, to your father's home? Can you do that?
Yes, I can.
Yes, that can be
I
done.
I can.
I'm
Yeah.
just,
Yes,
I'm
I
just giving you a simple example.
That can
Then
be
take
done.
your man
Not in
and
Burundi.
take.
In
then
Burundi.
what do
Burundi,
they
no?
say?
In
According to
Burundi,
Burundian
yes.
That
culture.
is not the
I'll
How you
culture of
guys?
Burundi.
Yes,
So here's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
The audience is listening, and I believe they are really gaining much from this debate. And right now, what I'm gonna suggest is this: we have heard points from each side, the proposing and the opposing side. But what I'm gonna suggest is like what solution, like advice. Mainly, like an advice, like people who think of dowry as if it should be maintained or abolished. Like the advice you can give to the mindset that people have, the Burundian people, the mindset that they have? Which advice would you provide? Everyone is going to give us like his point on what the people of nowadays, the youth, should do in their future when they're getting ready for their marriages. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
What I want to say is that dowry is not a price, because there are many people who do it in bad manner, in incorrect manner. They bargain. That is not a good way, because dowry, it is a gift, not a price. It is a gift to thank the lady's family because they did everything for her. So what I'd like to say is that the dowry should remain, because it is the way of thanking. Because if someone does something to you, you need to thank him.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Dowry should be maintained in Burundi. You know why? Because dowry is, first of all, I've said, is an appreciation. It's not a payment, it's not a business, because you don't pay taxes of paying dowries. So it means dowry is an appreciation, and every Burundian should be able to give that amount, or it might be in form of amount or cows or anything else. And I've said dowry is just according to somebody's capacity. When you are able to pay maybe 1,000, just pay 1,000. When you are not able to pay 1,000, just pay according to what you have. That is why even for those days, people could even give that chicken, cocks, anything you have, but you need to show that you are serious. So if you are here and listening to me, you need to know that you have to pay a dowry to show that you are serious and to prove that you are capable to maintain your wife.
Thanks, Aline, for your advice.
Thank you.
Yes, advice from you also.
Yes, a big advice that I can give is that when you are a lady's family or a boy's family, you don't need to fix price for your daughter to get married. Just what you need to do is to contribute in his new family. Just boy's family and the girl's family go together, pay something or give something for the new family. Yes, thank you.
Thank you for advice.
Okay, so what I have to say is that the one who have been saying that dowry is not a price, so they call it a bride price simply because it's one. No, as far as I'm concerned, I believe that marriage is based on love and not on dowry. So for me, love should be taken into consideration more than dowry. And when two people want to be engaged, I think they should be engaged simply because they love each other, but not because of the norms and rules of the society. So for me, if dowry is a gift or a kind of appreciation, I think that it should be given by both families. The bride family and even the men's one. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So you heard the advice, the points from each side on this dowry topic. It's a very large one. I believe there's still more things to be said on it. Yeah. But I'm thankful for your accepting the invitation to be with us in this debate program. I appreciate that. Thank you, and welcome again. Thank you for being with us. This was the debate program on the dowry. Thank you, and I hope to see you again in case you're invited.
Thank you.
It was good to be with you.
Aline,
thank you for your point.
Thank
you for Mr. Congo.
Thank you.
You did great.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Thank you so much for debaters and the facilitator. I hope viewers of the show have understood whether the dowry is still relevant or not. Thank you so much to follow. See you next week. Keep watching our programs. Bye-bye.